Hello and welcome to Ivycreates. Today I'm going to be doing a super quick and one of my favorite things, super quick Father's Day gifts. If you've got that man who likes to work on his cars or have cars, whatever the case may be, I'm going to be using a car tag. I get people to save car tags for me. I use them for birdhouse roofs. I'll use them for making wind chimes, all kinds of goodies. But my favorite thing is making what I call junk chimes. To me, everything, when I go to a thrift store or whatever I'm doing, I'm always seeing what makes music. And in this case, I purchased from the Dollar Tree 2 sets of wrenches. They were around $6 a piece. And so a total of $12 plus a tag, and I've got a gift. Welcome to Ivycreates and Ivycreates.com. Visit our website, and I hope you enjoy this little project. It took me a total, in all actuality, of about 40 minutes to do, and mostly it's because it's very hard to tie the knots. And so the first thing I do is I take the wrenches out and I see if, how I like the sounds of them, make sure they've got a nice tone. And because not all have a nice tone, but these actually have very nice tone. So a lot of times I'll use things like car keys, old keys you may have around, or brass items that I find at the thrift stores and stuff. But today we're doing the wrenches on the tag, and we're just going to use a fishing line, which is, it's like a 10-pound weight fishing line. You could use a strings, or like a, the wax string and stuff like that. You use any different things, but I use fishing line. It's readily available to me, so easy to find. So I'm just going to take a thin, like a nail, and I'm hammering it across the bottom. You see, I'm going to go about 2 inches between each one, and to make sure that I've got all across the bottom of my tag or car plate or whatever you guys call it. So I'm just starting to go in and do that. And what I do is I take the hammer and I hammer the nail on the front side so that it pushes through to the back side, and it makes a small hole. And then I go to the back side, put the nail back in, and hammer it just a tad to make sure the hole is wide enough for the fishing line. You could also use a drill, a small drill, because the tags are super thin and easily manipulated into being whatever you want them to be, because they're just that way. So this one belonged to my former stepmom who passed away, and it's very dear to me. But I try to keep a lot of different tags around for different projects that I use. It's a good metal source and a good double duty decor, like the hashtag double duty decor that I do. So I'm glad you're here, and I'm very appreciative of you being here. Please subscribe, like, and share. And also, you can visit if you want to know anything that I'm using. You can always check the comments below or check the description and see what I'm using down there. So I'm going to be putting my first, which is going to be the longest wrench that I have. And you can find wrenches in all different sizes. That is why they're awesome to make wind chimes with, because they come in all different sizes, which means you can get really low tones all the way up to really high, and you can mix and match. I'm the person that bangs their rings on everything just to see if it'll make a pretty tone. So I've used things like metal tea sets. I've used ceramic items, teapots to make wind chimes. Anything in the world I can find that makes a nice sound, I'll make a wind chime out of. So I just want to show you, you really don't want to go too far. If you can stay like about 4 inches below the tag, for the longest one, then you'll be doing good. And just hang them however the pattern that you want to hang them. And the longest part is actually tying the fishing line to the items, because it's, number one, it's very slippery, hard to keep your hands in, all that kind of business. And two, you have to be able to tie a square knot, and it has to be a square knot because a square knot does not loosen. And if you need instruction on that, you can go back and look up. I mean, I've done it thousands of times, but it's hard to see on this video because I have the, it's just the fishing line is clear. So I should have probably done something dark so you guys could see. But it's a square knot. It's a basic square knot. You can look it up. And it must be that. And I usually overdo it. I tie it 2 or 3 times as a square knot to make sure that the fishing line doesn't come loose, because you know, if you've been fishing lined, it kind of slippery a little bit. So once I get those together, you can see. And that first one that I did came out a lot longer than I really wanted, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. With all of this stuff, it's use your own discretion. I mean, I say that it's each one of these are 2 inches apart across the bottom of the tag, but you can measure them, or you can just do it by eye like I do. And the other fun thing about tags is they do have already 4 holes in them. So you've got your 2 top holes that you can hang it by and get you a hanger, and then you have the 2 bottom holes that you can incorporate into your chime. You can see the tones are really nice. So I've got 2 down and a bunch to go. And I tried to show y'all, it's just, it looks like I'm doing stuff with spider webs because you can't even see the darned fishing line. I hope you're enjoying today's project. Please subscribe, like, hit that notification bell, share it, all the good stuff. I appreciate you being here. I really do. Please show it to your friends if you know somebody that would like some of these projects. And this is one, most of my projects I try to make easy enough that you can do with kids or just by yourself. And still, they're good projects, especially like for Father's Day. It's so hard to find a gift for your dad. My little brother was telling me that he was going to buy a gift for my father, and it's going to be a shifter. And I'm like, okay, I'll put in on it, whatever, you know, no big deal, right? $361 later, I was like, oh my God, that's so expensive. But, you know, that's the thing with men. Everything they have or want or share is expensive. So this is something that cost me $12, not $361, and it's still a great gift and something that he will enjoy. So I'm just lining them up again to make sure that I've got all the right ones in the right order. If I had it my way, I went to a park down in Gulfport, Florida. And I'm from Long Beach, Mississippi, and I live next to Gulfport, Mississippi. But in Gulfport, Florida, they had this park that I went to, and it was so cool because they had all these fantastic musical things that you could play around with. Big, huge gongs and wind chimes and you know, things for little drums and all kinds of good stuff. And you can see here, I just put lotion on my hands because everything was so slippery and I needed something to grip, so I put lotion on my hand. But anyways, back to the park thing. It was beautiful. If I had it my way, my whole yard would be full of musical sculptures, things that make music and look cool in the wind. Now you can see it's really taken form. You can be precise or not. That's entirely up to you. Like I said, it's your project. You do it how you want. I'm just the one here to show you that you can be inspired and you can find your gift and your own way of doing things. You know, no one does things exactly the same. Everybody is special and every single person is individual. And in their art or whatever they are, you know, like I always say, you can be gifted in accounting, you can be gifted in cooking, you can be gifted in any way. It's not just, you know, doing art and doing flowers and stuff. You can be gifted in many different ways, but give it a try. Give everything a try. Always be open-minded to something else that you might want to explore or learn. I am a lifelong learner. There's just no way that I'll ever stop learning. And that's the thing. It's take joy in learning new skills. When I look at something, I tend to look at it and I go, is there something else, some other way that I can possibly use this item? And 9 times out of 10 I will find a way to use something in a different manner than what it was intended for. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate you sticking to me and watching the video and all that good stuff. And I hope you've had a good time as well. This is a very fast, very short gift. And don't forget, it's Father's Day is this weekend. And I don't know what the date is. Let's see. It is June. It's mid-June. It's always mid-June. And it will be the 20th of June this year in 2021. So please, make sure you got a gift for your dad, because dads are important. Alright, now you can see it and hear it. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you check out some of my other videos and share this with friends. Again, I'm just going to put a little piece of it. I end up putting wire. I started out with the fishing line on the top as a holder, and then I put wire. So just putting something to be able to hang it from, and that's going to be it. Thank you again for being here. Hi, did you click that subscribe button and the notification bell? Well, if you don't hit that notification bell, you will miss out on our Thursday videos. So please go ahead, click it, and you'll be able to watch our videos that are coming up.